staff are and continue to be in the face of such adversity. This is a case of death by 1,000 paper cuts. Everybody is attacking us from all fronts. This battle is coming at us from multiple directions, and it is deliberately so that we can't, or they think that we can't, work around all these different fronts which we are attacked on. I've heard, well, I was going to say quite a lot of things that have been said before. So what I'm going to focus on is what we're made to do in the council. I'm a councillor in Ealing. I was elected on the NHS and the fighting against the closure of our hospital in Ealing. I haven't been seen anywhere without this lovely badge, which the Hammersmith campaign and our campaign have been wearing for a jolly long time. And I've not been anywhere without this t-shirt or a similar one that says I heart the NHS, which has probably faded quite a lot from all the washing. I was also involved in the People's March of the NHS, so we marched from Jarrow to Parliament, and you might have remembered right up there in Trafalgar Square where I was with my partner in crime, Joss Bell. We organised the rally there. And again, we managed to fill it with 50,000 people, all of which were talking about saving the NHS. But what are we getting horribly wrong here? Because there are lots of really great campaigns, and there are lots of us who are out there on stalls week after week, month after month, year after year, sadly. And why is that message not getting through to our electorate? Why did we fail at the general election to keep the Tories out? This is something that really bothers me. At the local elections, we got a whole lot of people in, simply because we were fighting for our NHS, and particularly in West London, I can tell you that we got lots in Hammersmith and a lot of councillors in Ealing fighting for our hospitals and our NHS services. So we do need to kind of question, why aren't we getting that message out there? Why are the public so switched off about the NHS? Because we were shouting it from the rooftops, yet when it came to voting, they still chose to get them in there. So what are we doing wrong? We really do need to think that one out. We also need to throw down the gauntlet to the Labour Party quite massively and say we need to have a huge concerted plan. Where is the plan? We need to think about vision and what we can do to bring together everybody in the NHS services. We need to ask all levels of staff as to what we would want as our most brilliant version of the NHS and come up with a plan to get there. It's people like us who get elected into local government who wanted to get in there and get a change, but we found that when we got there, it was a very different matter. I'm the Deputy Portfolio Holder for Health in Ealing, and I have to go to a lot of meetings with our CTG, and we sit there in the same room and we say hello and smile to each other and sit round a table, and yet those decisions that are made to cut our services are made around that exact table half an hour before we get there. And when we do make those things and those pleas to them to say that this just simply doesn't make sense, and it is just a matter of finances. So it is just a matter about business plans, and it can't just all boil down to bean counting. Surely between us we can come up with a way to make this work. The worst bit of it is that a lot of the GPs who are sat around that table do feel like they are their own executioners, or they're told to go and commit suicide almost, because they don't want to be doing what they're doing. And it's almost like there's this fear around the table of how we're going to develop this. Well, this is what I'd like to know, that we need to stand up and we need to contact your GPs, and you need to tell your CCGs and people who sit on them and your health watches, because these are bodies that have a lot of power these days and nobody really engages with them, which is what I really think that we need to be doing. People don't understand how to deliver that change, and perhaps that's why when it gets to that confessional of the ballot box that everybody decides that they ultimately go with the better the devil we know, better the devil that will give us some sort of service. But enough of that, let's get down in the gloominess of it all, because it is in the run up to Christmas. Let's get a bit more upbeat. So what I would say to everybody is, keep up the fight. It does make a difference, because once we are in there, there are some gobby councillors like myself who sit in the council chamber and rattle those bars and do make a shout and a difference, I hope, around those meetings. And yes, we do need to get more of us in there. So if you are a gobby person and would like to get involved, please join the party. Please put yourself forward for the local elections. Please put yourself forward for the national seats that come up. Because what we need is real people in there, and real people in there, and real people in our actual councils, and not people who are just put there because they might go to the right schools or might belong to the right families. We need actual people from the front line to be in there, to be making those decisions for us. So engage politically as well, because what we're doing, yes, I don't want to be going to endless rallies and demos. I want to be actually delivering those things for all of our